Let's finish sort of this time before questions about family and philanthropy. One of the causes most important to you is leukemia treatment and cure. Can you share with us why that's such an important mission in your life and what your family has done to sort of push forward with a cure?
Right. Well, I had a little brother who got diagnosed with leukemia when he was 2, and I was 8. And he was treated in Madison, Wisconsin, at University of Wisconsin Children's Hospital. And unfortunately, at that time, the cure rate for that type of leukemia was only 25%. And he lived for 2 years, but then he passed away right before he was 4 years old. And of course, I mean, anyone who's lost it, you know, anybody can imagine what that was like for my family. But I think my mother did a great job of navigating us through that. And she was very open about her grief. My mom was very spiritual. And she helped us get through it. But what she also did is showed us how to take that and turn it around for something positive. And, you know, we had no extra money, but she decided to host a dance marathon in my small town and for the Leukemia Society of America. And I remember we raised $200, which just seemed like so much money at the time. And I think by then I was maybe in 5th grade. And it just was a very empowering for me to see, wow, like even if you don't have money, you can do something and you can give back. So I just took that with me for the rest of my life. And when I started gaining, you know, some exposure and making money, I was able to not only help bring awareness to that hospital and to the cause, but also to give money and I actually just went back. I do a reunion with childhood cancer survivors every 5 years, and we've been doing it now. Well, this was the 5th one that I've been doing, and I took my daughter back this year, and it was so great because I spent one day doing hospital visits, and half these kids, you know, they have no idea who I am, but they know that there's someone there that is paying them attention, and I always bring a gift, stuffed animal, something. I'm no idiot. But it's more about them just knowing that someone is loving them or someone is caring about them. And I brought my daughter with me, and she was a champ because some of the kids, you know, are very ill, and, you know, a lot of them have lost their hair, and they don't always, you know, a lot of them just, they're not happy, and of course you can understand. And then the next day we go and we are with the survivors, and some of these people were diagnosed at 5 or 10, and now they've gone on, they have their own families, they're grown up, and it's a beautiful day to celebrate survivors, and actually even families come whose child hasn't survived, but they still want to be part of this community. But I was saying that I introduced my daughter, Kaya, and I was saying, like, hopefully I'm passing this on to her, just like my mom passed it on to me and empowered me, that I'm showing her that, you know, she's led a very privileged life, and yes, that's wonderful, but that also brings responsibility to give back. And so we'll see. Hopefully she'll take the charge.
And that same form of leukemia that your brother had now has a different survival rate, doesn't it?
Now it's 90% curable, that same type of leukemia. So even in my lifetime, it went from pretty much a death sentence to not a death sentence. Yeah. And it's amazing.